Hi guys, I know it has been a little while. A lot of people have been asking about updates from the building project, so I wanted to kind of give just a brief update on that. As you can see, got my afro out. The braids that I had in like really destroyed my hairline, so taking a break, but it feels really good to have all my natural hair out, to be quite honest. But anyway, so I've been working for about, I think, 5 months now, and to be honest, since I started working, I haven't really had much of a chance to do much. I haven't really had much of a chance to, because, you know, I'm a bit of a control freak, if you haven't realised that already. So I like to actually see what's going on. I like to see how my money's being spent, and because of the dishonesty amongst the building industry, I really like to see what is going on. So since I started working, I haven't had much of a chance to take control of that. And I also mentioned in my last video about this that I kind of wanted to build up my money a bit more. So now I'm ready to do the ground floor casting. The filling, remember they did the filling, and the filling needed to settle. So the filling had settled, and because I left it quite a long time, it settled really well. So then I had to buy some more sand, and then another trip of sand so that they could fill it some more, and then their compactor came and compacted it, so it's really firm now. So that's really good. Now we need a plumber to come and put in all the plumbing fixtures, and then a steel bender needs to come to find out what needs to be done with the iron rods if they're too short. Obviously their casting is going to be 6 inches. I have got some footage of the compacting and what the site looks like at the moment. This morning I went to go and meet a foreman that I'm thinking of using. He's the one that kind of coordinated the compacting and the filling for me. I'm so glad the filling's over. I'm sure you guys are thinking that took a little while, didn't it? So yes, I met him this morning to go and get the estimate from the plumber. And this is the estimate. I don't know if you guys can see this. Ah, you can. So as you can see, it kind of goes on and on and on and on and on, right? And I have another estimate, and they differ substantially. They differ a lot. The quantities that this guy is asking for is a lot. And you have to be quite wary of stuff like this, because I didn't realise that you could ask 2 people for an estimate on the equipment that they kind of need to do the job, and they could differ so much. So this guy, his labour is like 50 Ghana cheaper, which isn't much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to compare the 2 properly, and then I'll get, I think, a 3rd quote. And you see, it's so annoying because this is what takes so much time. This is what takes the time, and you just want to get the job done. But because there's so much dishonesty, you have to make sure you double check, or allow your money to fly out your pocket to go into someone else's pocket when they're not actually using it to do the job. And the thing is, I'm buying my own materials, yes. He said, well, there's somewhere that you could go where we get our stuff. They're pretty cheap, so, you know, you could get it from there. Right. Okay. So I'm like, mistake number 1. The person that's giving you the quote, don't go to where they say that you should get the stuff from, because they know the person that owns the shop. And to be quite honest, when he said 6, he could mean 3. And what they will do, one of 2 things. They will either take all the stuff, and then basically maybe he's got his own plumbing work doing somewhere, so then they'll take the bits that you've bought and go and use it for that. Or they'll tell you to go and buy the stuff from this particular place, that basically they overcharge you, and then they go and collect their cut later. So you have to be very careful of this type of stuff. So I think what I'm going to do, I am going to get a 3rd quote. I'm going to speak to one of my uncles and get a 3rd quote, and then take it from there. But I need this done like as soon as possible. So I'm going to take it from there, and I'll keep you guys posted. And I'm not trying to say that everybody that is in the building industry is a thief. I mean, this is all over the world. Even in the UK, you get when plumbers and builders come to do your work, they go, well, it's going to be a big job, And it's not really. I know people sometimes might get upset and think, oh, I'm kind of bashing Ghana. I'm not, because it happens everywhere. And obviously the only way is Ghana is to show you the actual things that do happen in Ghana, not just the romanticized view of all the lovely beaches. So this is the things that you need to expect, which I'm sure you knew. People have been asking, you know, well, don't you have help doing this? What is help these days, guys? What is help? Because sometimes you may be receiving help that's not really help. It's just another person draining your pocket. So the only person you can trust is yourself. So there's the lesson of today's video. You can only trust yourself. So yes, so that's the update on the building project. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.